This is Eagle News Canada. I am Lou Aquino. Here's Kathleen Cruz for entertainment this week.
Hi everyone, Kathleen Cruz here for entertainment this week. Jonny Harris and Emma Hunter to host the 2018 Canadian Screen Awards, while Canadian producer J. Milesdale and actor Christopher Plummer are among the nominees for the 90th Annual Academy Awards. Jonny Harris of Still Standing and Murder Mysteries and Emma Hunter of Beaverton and Mr. D have been selected to co-host the 2018 Canadian Screen Awards on March 11 in Toronto. CEO of Academy of Canadian Cinema and Television, Beth Jensen, said that Harris and Hunter are both extremely funny and they have really good chemistry. This will not be their first time hosting the Screen Awards, as they did Academy pre-shows in recent years. I feel very privileged, Hunter said, of landing the MC role. In fact, he has also earned a Canadian Screen Awards nomination this year for Best Performance in Sketch Comedy. While Harris has won 3 Canadian Screen Awards in 2017, including one for Harris as Best Host in a Live Program or Series. It's not only Canadian Screen Awards that filmmakers, directors, and actors are anticipating, but also the announcement of winners of the 90th Annual Academy Oscar Awards on March 14. Leading all nominees with 13 nods, including Best Picture, is the fantasy romance The Shape of Water by veteran filmmaker Guillermo del Toro. The cold water set of love between a mute cleaning woman and a mystery amphibian-like creature. Working with del Toro for the big hit movie whom he shares in the Best Picture is Canadian producer J. Milesdale. His career as a producer started in television with RoboCop, FX the series, while his recent films were Love Happens, The Vow, Curry, and Mama. He called all the nominations a big win for Canada. The film was shot in Toronto and Hamilton, Ontario, Canada. Of course, we could not forget Best Supporting Actor pits Jenkins against another Canadian nominee, Christopher Plummer, for the movie All the Money in the World. Animated film The Breadwinner also grabbed a nomination for the Best Animated Feature. It is based on the novel of Canadian author Deborah Ellis, a well-crafted story of a young Afghan girl that embodies empowerment and courage. Other Canadians nominated for the film include production designers Paul Astorbury, Jeff Melvin, and Shane Vu. Sound editors Nathan Robitelli and Nelson Ferreira. Sound mixers Christian Cook, Brand Zorn, and Glenn Gatur. Costume designer Louise M. Secura, and film editor Sydney Walensky. Catch me again next week for more entertainment news. I am Kathleen Cruz for Eagle News Canada, and I'm 125.
Thanks, Kathleen. EBC's Archie Rose Natividad takes us to the Gluten-Free Expo in Vancouver.
Canada's largest gluten-free expo, hosted in Vancouver, is a family-friendly, educational, and tasty event.
With over 140 exhibitors, as many as over 600 products are made available to sample and shop. Registered dietitians, nutritionists, and chefs are also on hand to share their knowledge on the benefits of a gluten-free lifestyle. Join us on the lookout for some delicious gluten-free treats.
We are the largest gluten-free event in Canada. We get over 10,000 community members that come out here, but it's more of an interactive community. There's 500 different products that they can try. There's show specials and sales. They could save on money. They can find product here that hasn't even launched at retail yet, because these companies come here to launch those products. It really is a community event that happens to be gluten-free, as opposed to a gluten-free event that just gives you samples. There's an energy, and people are just happy to be here, so it's family.
According to government statistics, about 2.5 million Canadians are suffering from celiac disease, an autoimmune intolerance to gluten. The Gluten-Free Expo provides consumers with a range of food and beverage options suitable to their health. Once perceived as a fad, gluten-free diets are now part of a health phenomenon where even non-sensitive individuals have adapted the gluten-free lifestyle due to its positive improvements to their well-being. We were able to meet with event founder Margaret Drawn, who tells us why the Gluten-Free Expo is significant to Canadians.
Because it actually impacts 1 in 6 Canadians. There's 55 diseases that are impacted by consumption of gluten. So it impacts so many people, and it's a safe environment for them. We make sure that the products coming in are manufactured in a way that keeps them from getting ill, and it educates the public to make sure they're getting the right information and living healthy.
Gluten-free food has come a long way. With a high demand in the food market, more and more innovative gluten-free options are hitting the mainstream shelves.
So new pasta is a very low-calorie pasta. It is made with the konjac root, which is a fiber-rich vegetable. We use the root vegetable to replace the wheat content of pasta, making a starchless pasta that's fiber-based and therefore gluten-free and low in calories.
So they're cheese puffs. They're my favorite snacks in Brazil, and they're very unique. I couldn't find anything here in Canada, so I had to make them. So basically, the main difference is actually our flour and our ingredients. So our flour, the manioc that we use, it's a specific manioc from Brazil. It's naturally fermented. So your body is already ready to process it. And it's all wholesome for your body and no additives, no preservatives.
Whether you are already a gluten-free food buff or simply just curious, there's a variety of products to check out. Reporting from the Vancouver Convention Center, I'm Archie Rose Natividad, and I am 1 with 25.
Thank you, Archie Rose. That is this week's Eagle News Canada. Join us again next week as we bring stories that matter to you. Visit our website at Eaglenews.PH. Like us on Facebook. Follow us on Twitter at twitter.com/EagleNewsPH. Thank you for watching. I am Lou Aquino. I am 1 with 25.